Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go into this one. I love these type of rants. Um, I think this might be a classic. To be honest with you, a modern day classic. Um, let's just get right to it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tynisha Renee here. Today's video is going to be another informal little chit chat. Probably not doing a lot of editing on this video, but I just wanted to chop it up with y'all real quick because I miss y'all. Okay, your girl was going through a little bit of a rough patch. My mental health was
I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna come back to it. You guys need to relax. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna come back to it.
under attack within this past week or so, but we got it together. We here, we back, we in action. So let's get into it. So for today's discussion, child, okay, we are going to be discussing why women don't like good guys, okay? So I wanted to talk about this today because there is a very common sentiment nowadays that, again, women do not like good guys. And if a woman does end up liking a good guy, she chooses to go after the good men once she's less desirable. So once she gets older, has kids, she now wants to go back to the men who tried to pay attention to her before. Now, before we get into my hypothesis about why women don't like good guys, I want to actually break down what I mean by a good guy, okay? How can I say this? I'm thinking of the men where if a woman was asked why she liked the guy, she would say, oh, he's really nice. He's a really good guy. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, you have the men who you're super interested in where your girls ask you about him and you'll be like, girl, he is sexy, he's intelligent, he's successful, he's X, Y, and Z. And then you got the man who sounds good on paper, but he's just not hitting the same. Men, I'm probably releasing some of the secrets of the woman's sphere right now. Okay.
It's no secret. Black women act like they know something that we don't know. We know you guys way better than you think you know yourself. Trust me. I am what I would say, or what I'll call myself, MGTOW 2.0. Y'all females aren't that original. Guys may play themselves just to be in y'all's company, but I mean, this isn't new information.
Okay, but if a woman ever describes you in that way, again, oh, he's so nice, he's such a good guy, 9 times out of 10, that woman is about to friend zone you. And I can't really explain why we do this as women, but there's just a certain way that you talk about someone that you're truly interested in versus someone who, again, you feel you should be interested in, but you don't really have that connection with. And I just want to say that as a woman, it's very, very frustrating because the common sentiment is that women just like bad guys. They want men to treat them like crap. They overlook all of these other men because they're not hood boogers who are in the street and super tough and have this edge and all of that, right? Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of women out there who really do like the hood boogers. I am not one of those women, though. Okay.
Stop the crap. A lot of these black women love acting brand new. I am not like those other women. I'm different. Okay, why are you single in a lonely ass house? Okay, in Atlanta, you know, but let you tell it. You're so successful. You're just killing it in the game. You're making 6 figures easily, and it's just that black men are lagging behind. You're on a freaking PS5 and these niggas are playing a PS3 still. They're just lagging. They're not even keeping up with you. Girl, stop. And you know what? I might as well just get right to the point. So I'm making this rant about this bullshit about this nice guy. And you notice she didn't give me no heart. She didn't give me no like. And I don't live for that bullshit. And when I comment on these females' pages, I'm not aiming to be liked or appreciated or even be acknowledged. So this is what I said. And this broadcast is brought to you by the same disloyal race of women who blame their singleness on gay men, prison industrial complex, and white women taking all the good black men. It's funny when community talk and logic goes away, black women get comfortable not using divestment talking points. Now the conversation is about sexual connections and vibes. Meanwhile, Brad is not masculine compared to the average hood nigga. But y'all don't complain about safety in white communities, do you? Her response, because all women don't want a specific type of dude or man. We can't be united as people in general? That makes no sense. And that's bullshit. Here's my response. Black men want something in return. We are not pawns to a chess game. If non-select men are not going to get recognition for the things that they do, for the things we do, then save yourself, black man. We will bounce. Fine, true, some of us will die alone and be unwed and childless. It doesn't bother me. Black women been telling educated, square black men who act like Carlton that we were ugly and unwanted since I was a kid. Unlike you, I don't play the mental health card because black men were never given one. Alright? Yeah, I said that. Black men were never given a mental health card. I don't take these little baby breaks like some people. I might not be here long or often as much as I should be because of work. I'm just fucking tired and stuff like that. But I'm not taking mental health breaks. What kind of shit is that? Oh, soft ass Gen Zers.
Okay, but what I will say, and I hope that this doesn't come across as harsh, okay? The number one reason why women don't like quote unquote good guys, most of these good guys are, by most women's standards, not that attractive. Now, before y'all come for me, when I say not attractive...
Okay, fine. I was never in the business of saying that black women should get with men who they're not fully attracted to. But hear me out on this. When you are crying about divesting, you have no standards or reference points to say, this is my type of white guy. This is my type of Asian. This is my type of Latino guy. You guys don't do that bullshit. So, I'll let you continue. I'll let you continue.
I'm not saying that they look like a toe, okay? They don't have to be ugly or super unattractive, but they might just be like...
The issue is that they're short. And the issue with black women is that black women will not date non-select black men unless other black women... I call it the kind of the silent go-ahead or silent approval. Black women, and this is why black women date the same guy. I won't even say the same type of guy. I would just say the same dude, because they're afraid of the potential of non-select black men. They are afraid of having a good time. They're afraid that we actually might be everything that they want in a guy. And if there's no woman fighting and clawing them to be with you as a non-select guy, they don't want you. They'll just throw it all away. They will throw. You could be a non-select guy who is well off, living in a condo, and she will just stroll away just to be with a guy who lives in a cardboard box because he has two baby mamas. Women are fighting over him. He's attractive, and this is why, in my opinion, black women's dating in the black community is trash. As a non-select black man who's let's play black women's games that, okay, hey, I'm career driven, hey, I got goals and I'm working, blah blah blah. You're literally competing against guys who are, truth be told, beneath you. And what black women will do is that as a non-select guy, they'll force you to not like them. And this is where black women will start telling non-select guys that, well, you don't like me for me. You don't like me for good reasons. And I've been in this kind of argument a couple times in my life, and I know how to combat it. And a lot of black women will throw shade and make you feel beneath them and pitiful. And I'm just scratching my head. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I like you. I want to get to know you, but you keep bringing up this stupid stereotype of me not having confidence, or basically that, just not having confidence. And I always wondered when I was in college, where was this reference point? Where was this unsure me? And I've always gotten annoyed with women being hypersensitive on a stereotype that either they created of me or a one-off situation. And I noticed that black women would never want to hang out with me. They would never want to do anything. And I was like, hey, I just wanted to prove you wrong. This is what I do. I am not this cowardly person, that's afraid of women. That's absurd. It's just funny with just dealing, why I refuse to really even deal with black women these days, because even as a good guy, black women have to find something wrong with you. And black women will literally will literally have thoughts running into in their heads, and they want to believe the craziest things about non-select black men. Oh, they will believe anything. They'll believe that we're evil stalkers, child molesters, we're rapists. And when has really and truly, when has non-select men even done these things? It's predators are most likely the guys who can blend in, guys who are acceptable, guys that understand that they have a privilege. This is why R. Kelly is the way that he is, and how he can get out of jail tonight, and still get a respectable following, and even women begging to be with him.
Average, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe they're like a 5 or a 6. Typically not a man that most women would turn their head and look at if he walked into a room. Now, I know there are a lot of people who feel that attraction can grow over time. I don't feel like that. Honestly, that's a conversation for a different day. But I personally think that if the attraction is not there from jump, you trying to...
Now, this what gets me. She's a black woman from Atlanta. So what is the common stereotype? Like I said before, is that all these niggas are in jail, they're gay, white women snatching them up. And what always baffled me with black women is that they will act tough and still up nose people like me, and it have the fucking nerve to bitch and whine. I just went through watching Paris Milan bitching about uh, LeBron James' son going on a prom date with a white woman. It's a prom date. It ain't even that serious. It's not like that's his baby mama. And you guys are so hypersensitive on every little thing that black men do. And y'all drive each other nuts trying to figure out the secret formula. Why the hell are all these black men getting with these non-black women? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can be ourselves. Maybe we don't have to put on a mask and maintain a facade that we're these gangsters that you are so enamored with. There's so many black women. Black men. There's so many black men who would love to be themselves, just to watch anime, just to have interests that aren't stereotypically black. But we waste as much as y'all claim that you guys mule for us. It's black men who are muling to please you guys. We have to dumb ourselves down. We have to hide our interests to feel comfortable talking to you, to make ourselves feel that we fit into your lifestyle.
That attraction is only going to go left later on in the relationship. So I'm pretty sure that most of you have heard about the term pretty privilege. For the purposes of today, we're gonna call it attractive privilege, just because that's a bit more.
Nah, it's just called being select. And this is why you don't have much of a degree to kind of talk about this, but hey, I'll hear you out. The issue is that, like I said before, you can't use the guise of black men or an endangered species and then not take it up, not take them up. How the hell are there non-select? I'll just say that. How the hell is there black men who are in their late 20s, mid 30s, childless, unwed, and black women are up-nosing guys like me as if you guys have options? But just 10 minutes ago, you guys were crying about gay men taking all of us good black men away. I'm like, what the fuck? How can a gay man take me away? y'all really contradict yourselves, but eventually people are gonna stop entertaining your lies and make black women repent and be honest on why they're single and unhappy.
Inclusive. There are a lot of psychological studies out there that show that we as humans, we generally do respond to people who are more attractive in a more positive way, okay? People who are attractive, they have a better chance of getting hired during job interviews. We see attractive people and we attribute positive personality traits like kindness, intelligence, confidence, just because they're attractive. So I say all of that.
And the funny thing about with this confidence thing is that don't be fooled. There are just select guys who do not have confidence. I wouldn't say they carry themselves droopy. I'm saying don't be fooled that these guys are living the perfect life. And I've had two guys who were select come to me and we're in the corner and it's like, hey, I'm fucked up. I had one guy admit to me that he had a sex addiction, and he was tired, and he begged me. He was like, when we go out to this trip, if we do, you gotta protect me. I'm trying to stay faithful. I'm done with sex. I have a wife. I need to stay with her. I need to be faithful. I can't do this. Had another guy drunk in his car, drove a Mercedes, had a 40 in his hand, slumped dead. It was, and I swear to you, it was only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, with a 40 in his hand, drunk, and he was giving up on life, and he was just like, man, fuck all these black women. All they do is want to tear me down, and racism. I'm like, bro, you did most of this shit on yourself, man. A lot of these select guys are reckless, and they're running to non-select men because, truth be told, I mean, they envy our discipline. You know, mind you, I'll probably say it's not really discipline. It's really just more so of, hey, we just never had the option. So, if I lost out on an opportunity to have sex with somebody, I would just be like, okay, well, this is just another day.
To say that when a person is more attractive, they technically don't have to try as hard to open as many doors because their privilege is going to open up doors for them. This is kind of why people have a certain level of respect for individuals who are attractive and also humble, because we know that there are a lot of people out there who have shitty attitudes and really horrible personalities, and they're allowed to be that way because they are attractive. Now, on the flip side, let's think of someone who isn't as attractive. My hypothesis is that a person who is unattractive.
See, when you're not attractive, you can't be opinionated, strong, educated, direct, and black women will constantly bizarro world your attributes and make you the bad guy. So if you're smart, now you're arrogant. If you're confident, now you're cocky. If you're a disciplined person, oh, you're boring as fuck. You don't take risk.
Knows that they don't have the attractive privilege. Therefore, their personality has to make up for their lack of looks. Oh my god. This sounds so.
But mind you, this is the same woman in another video bitching and moaning about how come black men don't protect us. I feel so unprotected. Like, how come the black man don't have no leadership skills? Where's the leadership? See, y'all bitches love crying about that bullshit. But see, this is the type of conversations that I like, because this is them in their natural habitat. This is them having a conversation amongst themselves or with other like minds who aren't in the internet space. So they're not using samples from Kevin Samuels or any of these divestment lunatics. This is them. This is them in their natural form, base level.
Horrible, but it's so real. Like, we're humans and sometimes it can be horrible. I'm basically saying that women are not attracted to a lot of good guys because they're not that attractive.
Today, we're going to be unboxing these headphones that I bought online. See the...
Maybe
if that's the case, don't get mad when we are dating out. Don't get mad when you see us happy dating women we find attractive. And in a previous video that I've made a month ago, I showed a old video of a supposed dating coach, and she was mad. She was mad that educated black lames, educated lames were dating basic white girls of their own choosing, and they were happy. The black men were happy. But because black women are always trying to down black men for whatever they do, she tried to make the argument that, well, these niggas are just settling and they can't get the model girlfriends. And I'm like, if these dudes want the emo white girl and he's happy with that, well, why the fuck would you even care? Why the fuck would you even care that, oh, you're not dating a Jessica Alba? And, you know, and I'm just looking at black women overall. I'm like, y'all swear y'all Beyonce, but y'all are like 200 pounds. Oh, like, y'all should be comparing yourselves to Gabby Sidibe or Medea or motherfucking Big Mama. Where the fuck y'all get this big head like y'all are doing something? Y'all are crazy.
A little bit more of a realist, but for me, when I meet a person, I know instantly the way I'm gonna see that person. They're either gonna be friend zone or we could possibly be something more. If I'm not attracted to you when I first meet you, that attraction is never going to grow for me. And I think that what happens is that as a woman gets older and that biological clock starts ticking, you feel like you're running out of time. So you try to really push for connections to work that have no business working in the first place. This is where men who are good guys might get a little bit frustrated because you feel like women play games with you. We are not.
Yeah, you guys do play a lot of games. Intellectually, that's where I get the most pissed off, because you guys will go on Kendra G's channel, bitch and moan about how black men aren't making X, Y, and Z, and when you get slapped with the face of reality, the truth, all of a sudden you can't handle it. And, you know, one day black women are gonna get it, but they ain't gonna like it. And I'll just say that.
Intending, in most cases, okay, I'm just gonna say most cases because I can't speak for all women, but in most cases, we're not intending to hurt your feelings, waste your time, play games.
Nah, they are doing this on purpose, because black women want to tear you down. Black women are not happy that they are dating the type of guys that they are dating with. It's gonna be cool after 2 years of, you know, consistently dating, and then it's gonna get a little drastic and boring, and it's like, okay, well, damn, we've been together for 7 years, no engagement, no talks of marriage, 2 to 3 kids. You know, what's next? And, you know, when you black women lose like that, I ain't gonna stop you. And I ain't gonna stop you at all.
With you, we really are trying because you have great qualities, but if that attracts.
If we had great qualities, why can't you find the urge to like us? See, these women are making it seem like the guys who are good guys are like the toxic Avengers. You know, the toxic Avenger. You know, it's like these women are acting as if the dudes that like them are fucking retarded or got Down syndrome. I'm like, these are just average dudes who are just 5'6". And you will throw away everything. You will throw away all the accomplishments he did to get with a bummy 6'5" guy that has all these baby mamas, all these girls chasing him, and you're cool being number 32. And there's an educated lame who's like, well, you're just gonna be my number one, and I'm cool with that. And, you know, but y'all want faithfulness too.
Isn't there, I think that a lot of women realize that they can't move forward. So my second reason for why women tend to not like good guys is one that I had never even considered before until I came across a video on YouTube. So I was watching Stefan Speaks per usual. Okay, y'all gonna see me reference him a lot moving forward. So he made a video discussing why women shouldn't pursue the good guy just because he's a good guy. One of the points that he made is that men who are good guys, they tend to
let me guess. They're not real good guys. They're meanies. They hate women. Yeah, let's go.
lack the masculinity that a lot of
Okay. But this so-called masculinity isn't in Rob. It's not in Rodriguez. It's not in Lee. It's not in all these non-black men. But when it's a black guy, you expect him to be 6'5" at least, buff as hell, can bench 1,000 pounds, and can raise fear just by eye contact with somebody. That's not a real standard. And this is the same woman crying, and like I said before, crying in another video about protection. And this is why I said fuck you, fuck your. Why can't we be united? Why can't we do this? Fuck it. Why the fuck am I gonna waste time entertaining a woman, protecting a woman, looking out for women who have never even had my back, women who have never even cared to know my name? Women who have never called at random just to see how I was doing, to black women who are too ashamed to be around me in public.
men are looking for. And as a disclaimer, before y'all come for him, he made it very clear to say that you can be a masculine man and still be a good guy and be assertive and set boundaries and not be a pushover. He was saying that a lot of the men who women are kind of rejecting because they're too nice or too good, they are men who come across as very, very passive.
So I want to be clear that when we say nice guy, we are talking about a more passive man, a man who may exude more feminine energy. All right.
This is that select fuckboy bullshit. And this is why I don't like these assholes. I don't like these select fuckboys in the black manosphere, and this is why you guys are not welcomed. Fuck you guys. I'm so tired of you guys downing a non-select black man because some little bitch that you like or enamored with, you want to prove to her that guys like me are a waste of time. But guys like you are no different than that piece of shit dude. I forgot that simp's name. Damn, what the fuck is his name? I had a good rant too, and then I forgot his name. Oh, Derek Jackson. It took me a minute. Y'all are the biggest simps and losers, ever. You guys come to black women with the Derek Jackson talking points, giving them what they want to hear, and then also pleasing them sexually and teasing them a bit. And then you guys want to diss guys like us. Hey, fine. I'm not hating that you guys are tall, muscular, or whatever. Cool. But y'all don't need to diss us for nothing. We ain't doing nothing to y'all. We ain't taking your girl. You can have that bitch. We ain't doing none of that. But it's shit like this that kind of irks me. Y'all have more feminine energy. What the fuck is feminine energy? What the fuck is that in a guy? What is that? Passive energy. So what the fuck does that even mean or look like? These are just females talking out of their ass, making every excuse in the book to say that this guy isn't for me. Just say that you're not attracted to him, looks wise, and then call it a day. We don't need this fucking tirade of how this so-called nice guy is a pussy. He can't fight. He's a wimp. He can't do X, Y, and Z. And then select fuckboys want to be like, yeah, y'all niggas ain't shit, huh? Yeah, fuck you.
Because that's the real issue. Not to mention, we have to understand that many men who struggle with exuding more masculine energy and may be overly nice or viewed as such, part of the reason is because society has told them, well, when you find that woman you want to be with, treat her like a queen and love her and all this sweet stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a man should not be embracing those things. But it's that information is given to men in a way that doesn't help them understand. You still have to maintain your masculine frame, all right? You still have to be able to love in your masculine, as the way that I like to put it.
See, it's bullshit. It's just random talkingness. And look how enamored she is. She don't even know what this dude's saying. You know, he's just throwing in masculine. She's just throwing in keywords that she likes. Masculine, frame, confidence. And you know, look at her all passed out.
Please let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
这是一个充满无限可能的宇宙世界，你可以驾驶上百种。
Dude's not even spitting anything critical in my opinion, but again, you know, we're the punching bags because to black men, to black women, we deserve nothing because we're not attractive, and then fuck boys want to come to us and be like, yeah, y'all don't deserve shit because you know, because y'all don't have no confidence, y'all don't got this one. It's like, y'all don't even know us. Y'all talk like women. Y'all don't even know us, but y'all want to swear up and down that it's our confidence that's keeping us down. It's like, nah, the chick just doesn't like us. It ain't got nothing to do with confidence. I know plenty of niggas who ain't got no confidence, can't do shit right, but black women are foaming at the mouth to protect them and make sure they're good. Fuck out of here.
宇宙舰船进行太空站。
Okay, so little mini story time. I talked to a guy once who, on paper, checked a lot of my boxes. He was very career driven, very successful. He was financially.
The same women, the same racially disloyal group of women who will complain and bitch and moan that the men in their caliber, the men who share the same skin as them, are broke. They read in the 4th grade reading level, don't make no money, work dead-end jobs. But in a good day, these black women will forget the stereotypes that they repeat on the daily, just to remind you that they still have the options to reject your black ass.
Stable, he was very thoughtful, he was considerate, just hitting a lot of those key things that I wanted. And for those reasons, I decided to pursue this man, even though he was not the typical type of guy that I would usually go for. Okay, I was stepping outside of my norm, okay, stepping outside of focusing on superficial qualities, and I decided to pursue it anyway. And it started off okay at first until I started to realize that he had some feminine tendencies.
What the fuck is this shit? Feminine tendencies. What the fuck is that?
Tendencies where I questioned his sexuality or anything like.
Told you. These black women cannot have a win with you guys, with you non-slut guys. They always have to fuck it up. They always have to prove a point that liking you was a mistake.
That, but he was just very, very passive. And it's not saying that I want someone who is very aggressive. I don't want an aggressive.
She lives in that same area where they do First 48, and where majority of those episodes of For My Man and Fatal Attraction, what happens to a lot of these bitches in that area? They wind up in trash cans because they're chasing these thugs. They chasing these aggressive dudes and shit. But what she do? But they'll tell us we're pussy. These women over here telling us we pussy because we're educated. We ain't in the streets like that. And I'm not saying that educated lames should be pushovers. I don't like that. I advocate strongly for educated lanes to be in the gym, put in some work, because we're not gonna be pushovers. This isn't high school. This isn't grade school. We ain't gonna be pushovers anymore. But I'm just letting that be known. We ain't pushovers anymore. But one thing I'm definitely not gonna tolerate is black men who are not hood being labeled pussy and being labeled feminine, and you bullshitting and telling yourself that this nigga might be gay because he don't live up to your bullshit standards. We don't need your pity. The fuck you mean?
And someone who I feel is gonna threaten me or I'm scared of or anything like that. But I do like for men to be assertive so that I, as a woman, can feel protected. He was kind
but y'all aren't submissive, so what's the point?
of like one of those people where, let's say we were out, he and I, and a guy tried to come up and talk to me, try to flirt with me.
But this same logic does not apply to Brad Lee, Antonio Rodriguez. Doesn't apply. They're not. See, when they're with the white boys, I will make a series of pussy ass white boys that are dating black women. Dudes that look so lame as fuck, but they're dating attractive black women. And these white boys are lame as fuck. These niggas are 5'7". Ew. 5'7". No swag. They don't even wear name brand clothes. But y'all don't challenge their masculinity. And I'm looking at in TikTok, and these niggas are soft. I'm showing them to my homeboys. I'm like, bruh, he wouldn't even last a minute. But
front of his face, he gave off the vibe that he would be a person who wouldn't correct that situation in that moment. Very non-confrontational. I felt like I was probably more confrontational than him, and I'm not a confrontational person at all. I mean, hold on. Well, let me just say, when business needs to be handled, business gets handled. But generally speaking, I try to keep the peace with everyone, But he just seemed like a person who, he just didn't have a backbone. I feel so bad saying that, but he didn't have a backbone. And I told him, I'm like, look, I need someone who is more masculine. I don't want to be the dominant role in a relationship.
Told you, they can't be submissive. So what's the point? Y'all might as well just be dating other black women, man, or call it a day.
And that was just his demeanor. It was something that he couldn't change. So yeah, good guys can be really passive, or like Stefan speaks,
or they can be gay as fuck, in your words.
They might be very, very clingy, right? They start to show a lot of feminine qualities as a way to try.
And that's lame, because then again, these are the same black women bitching and moaning about a 17-year-old boy, a 17-year-old basketball prodigy is on a date, has a prom date. His prom date is a white girl. And these bitches are looking at that like it's marriage. Y'all really want to talk about insecurities? You got that 17-year-old boy having women 4 times his age crying and being big mad because he's with a little petite white girl. I really don't understand why black women. Why would I, as a non-select black man, like you said before, why would I want to unite with you? You want unity. You want some type of black utopia, but you're telling me that I'm gay because I ain't trying to argue with you. You telling me I'm a pussy because I ain't trying to fight nobody. Calling us passive and weak. But if you was in a gunfight, you'd be the first one on first 48 singing to the police. Get the fuck out of here.
To get the woman's attention, maybe thinking if they're super affectionate.
And now we're the bad guys for liking you. And you know, like I said before earlier, yeah, they'll shame you out of liking them because they want to make it seem like you liking them isn't in good reason. Oh well, you only like me for sex. Oh, you only like me for looks. Oh, you only like me for me. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? I can't like you for good reasons. I can't like you for bad reasons. I can't like you for your body. I can't like you for your intelligence. I can't even like you for you.
Just showing that they care, want to check up on you all the time. They think that would be a way to get your attention and win your heart, but oftentimes it comes across as clingy and a turnoff because women really do want that masculine energy, the same way that men want feminine energy. If you start to see that a woman is too masculine, it turns you off. Women might not be rejecting you or off-put by you because you're a nice guy. It could just be that you're not as masculine as what the woman would like for you.
You know what? I guess black women can talk about masculinity because black women are the most masculine, right? They know what being masculine means. Being masculine for black women is like breathing. It's like drinking water. So hey, I'm gonna give it to you. Tiny Show, whatever the fucking name is, I'll give it to you. Fine. You know, y'all can have this one. Because yeah, you're right. You guys are very masculine. You guys do know what masculinity looks like better than us.
To be. So those are my thoughts. I know that it might not seem like a big deal, but you can really gauge how a person feels about you by the way that they describe you and what they like about you. So again, men out there, if a woman says that she likes you because you're a good guy or you're a nice guy, just be cautious, okay? Because a lot of women who truly like men, for real, and they feel like you're a top pick, they're not gonna describe you like that. But y'all can challenge me in the comments, okay? So if y'all feel differently, let me know. If you agree.
Yeah, you wasn't commenting on my post that much. You just made one little reply and then you ran off like a little bitch. Let me just be a little bit more mature. I'm feeling a bit animated, but yeah, that is bitch made. You telling me, I got educated lames watching my moves, studying me, and using my talking points, and then you want to tell me I'm this weak nigga. I'm passive. And I just sit back and I'm like, whoa, that's fighting words. To be honest with you, that's fighting words.